We searched all of America to find a nerd who has never had sex. We searched the country to find 5 beautiful women willing to have sex with that nerd. I'm your host, Jeff Davis, and I'm here to tell you that in 5 weeks, the nerd gets laid. Nerd, meet the girls. Girls, meet the nerd.
Hey. Hello. Hey.
Now, from this moment forward, ladies, the nerd's virginity is in your hands. The one of you that takes his virginity will be determined by a series of weekly elimination challenges. The one of you left standing at the end will not only be the nerd's first sexual partner, but she will win $1 million. Girls, take a look in your right hand. Each of you is holding a condom. Condoms offer protection from sexually transmitted diseases and pregnancy. At the end of this competition, one of those condoms is gonna get used. The other 4 will not. One of the first things the nerd is looking for in his first sexual partner is intelligence. Your first elimination challenge will be an oral quiz on general knowledge. I hope you brought your thinking caps.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Ladies, the nerd will ask you a series of questions and you must answer them to the best of your ability. Are you ready?
Whatever.
Yes.
Then let the quiz begin. Nerd, Evita, why do you keep looking into your purse?
What purse? Oh, I got a purse here. I don't, girls have purses.
Give me the purse, Evita. Dictionary. Nerd, have you made your decision? That leaves Megan and Evita.
This competition is not about winning, Evita. It's about who's the best girl to take my virginity. I need the trust, but I no longer want to have sex with you.
Megan, will you please surrender your condom to the nerd? You will no longer be needing it. Ladies, 4 of you remain, which means that in 4 weeks, the nerd gets laid. Next time on The Nerd Gets Laid. Last week, a nerd began an epic quest to get laid for the very first time. And let the quiz begin. Quizzing the girls on their intelligence, Megan was unable to answer a single question right. I'm your host, Jeff Davis, and I'm here to tell you that in 4 weeks, the nerd gets laid. Ladies, you're all standing here because the nerd has determined that you were all intelligent enough to be his first sexual partner. But the nerd isn't just interested in a night of meaningless sex. He wants to see if he can connect with you before you have sex. We're talking romance, ladies. Romance. So, over the next 4 nights, each of you will cook the nerd a real romantic candlelight dinner. Nerd, have you made your decision?
Yes, I have, Jeff Davis.
That leaves Evita and Tanya.
Nuts.
I wish you had known too. Perhaps next time.
Tanya, take out your condom and surrender it to the nerd. Ladies, 3 of you remain, which means in 3 weeks, the nerd gets laid. 2 weeks ago, a virginal nerd began an epic quest to get laid for the very first time. The nerd has already eliminated Megan for her lack of intelligence, and Tanya for her failed attempt at romance.
Oh my God.
I'm your host, Jeff Davis, and I'm here to tell you that in 3 weeks, the nerd gets laid. Ladies, the nerd has determined that you are all intelligent and romantic. And while those 2 qualities are a good start in being a potential sexual partner for the nerd, there's one more thing the nerd is looking for. A sense of humor. Are you ladies funny? Well, hoist up those skirts and show us your funny bones. Ladies, welcome to the Factory of Laughs, one of Los Angeles' most renowned comedy clubs. Each of you tonight will do a 5-minute set of your best jokes. Now, before you start, I should tell you that because of a genetic defect, the nerd is unable to laugh. So we've equipped him with this laugh machine, which he can operate with his hand. The one of you that gets the most laughs tonight wins. The one who gets the least goes home. Oh!
Because he was being picked.
Nerd, have you made a decision?
Yes, I have, Jeff Davis.
That leaves Vicky and Dana.
Dana, your jokes were bland.
Dana, surrender your condom to the nerd. Ladies, 2 of you remain, which means in 2 weeks, the nerd gets laid. Three weeks ago, a virgin nerd embarked on the greatest adventure of his life, to get laid for the very first time. The nerd previously eliminated Megan for her lack of intelligence, Tanya for her failed attempt at romance, and Dana for her bad sense of humor. I'm your host, Jeff Davis, and I'm here to tell you that in 1 week, the nerd gets laid. Ladies, it has all come down to this. For your final challenge, I would like to introduce to you the executive producer and creator of The Nerd Gets Laid, who also happens to be the nerd's father, Microsoft founder, Bill Gates.
I knew that.
Trust, ladies. That is your final challenge. Ladies, this is a lie detector. You'll both be hooked up to this machine as the nerd's father asks you some rather personal questions. His goal to determine whether or not you can be trusted. So I urge you to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Ladies, the nerd's father has the results from your lie detector tests.
I've got it right here.
Evita, surrender your condom to the nerd's father. Vicky, the decision has been made. In 1 hour, the nerd gets laid. Last week, Microsoft founder Bill Gates chose the woman to take his son's virginity. At the end of this historic day, the nerd will finally know what it feels like to have sex with a woman. I'm your host, Jeff Davis, and I'm here to tell you that tonight, the nerd gets laid. Now, very soon, the 2 of you will be having sex. After you're finished, Vicky will be presented with a check for $1 million. Now, Vicky, after you're done, you are free to leave, or you can stay with the nerd. That's up to you. Vicky, do you have your condom?
You betcha.
We want to remind the viewers at home one more time that condoms are the safest way to prevent disease and pregnancy.
What the f*** is going on in here?
Your mom said you were.
You're cheating on me. Don't do this to me.
Okay, I won't.
Now, Vicky, wait. You do realize that if the nerd does not get laid, you do not receive $1 million.
Yeah, I know that. Okay, keep it.
Well, this f***ing sucks.
Until he's raw. Rip.
Wow, that was exciting.
Estimate the power of money, Jeff.
Are you ready? Then right now, the nerd gets laid. Hello, I'm Jeff Davis, host of The Nerd Gets Laid. We're sitting here with the nerd right now. Now, nerd, in the final episode, a woman will be giving you her body. But before she does, she'll also be giving you a condom. Condoms are the most effective way to prevent pregnancy and STDs. We want to make sure the nerd who has never had sex before is familiar with the ins and outs of the old in and out. Now, one of the main problems with getting a condom on your penis is getting it out of the wrapper. It should open just like a ketchup packet, but you'll notice sometimes the wrapper just won't give, which is why I, a man who has had sex just under 400 times, always goes straight to the teeth. Give it a bite and rip her open. Be careful, you don't want to rip into the condom. Now, you take it out. It's going to unravel one way and one way only. You'll see a little tip. That's the side your penis goes underneath. We did some research and we found out that this gourd is pretty similar to the color and shape of your penis. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then we can proceed. Just place it on gently, give it a little pinch of the tip, and roll her on down. Perfect. Now, you're ready to go. I'm Jeff Davis for The Nerd Gets Laid. We'll see you at Wednesdays at 8.